The day has come to put a PPF on my Cybertruck. There's many reasons why you might want to put a PPF. People say that the stainless steel is strong enough, so why put a PPF on it? Well, you know, it protects from scratches. The stainless steel still gets scratched. I went with black, satin black from TL Yard, and the reason I went with them is the price is the lowest, right? It's DIY. So if you're spending money on a DIY project, you want to save as much money as possible. So I know the most popular wrap color is satin or matte black, and it's a reason for that. You get that clean Batman look. Actually, Franz got his in black. I mean, that's the coolest color, just by far. I mean, it's not the most unique color, but it's the coolest looking color. They have a ton of colors though for you to try, but you want PPF for a number of reasons. It protects the vehicle. If you go off-roading, it'll protect it from scratches. Vinyl will tear. PPF should last between 8 and 10 years. This is going to be my second PPF application. I put it on my Model Y with a clear matte PPF, and it was challenging. It took us 19 hours. The front was the hardest part because of all the curves. So I'm anticipating this will be easier, but I'm gonna tell you how it really is, like always. And we'll see how it goes. The prep work is essential. Well, I prep my garage because it's not the ideal setting to do this in. So I did, you know, get rid of all the dust first as much as I could. And then I went ahead and sprayed it down because, you know, after installing screen protectors for many years, I know that water, a humid area, helps the dust settle. And when I was on my Model Y, I had little, you know, I have dogs, I have huskies, and I had husky hair, like in the wrap some places, in the PPF some places. And I was like, oh man, I want to try to minimize that as much as possible. So I went ahead and washed the vehicle, of course. You know, that's essential. And then, you know, you want to make sure while washing the vehicle, you want to clean all the edges, because this wrap does go around. It does go around the edges. So to make it a cleaner install, and then of course you have to do all these edges too. So prepping the vehicle is essential. And then clay bar it. Right, if you don't know how to use clay bar, there's plenty of videos out there. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward for like those, you know, stubborn areas. All right, so I kind of like how this is laid out like this, right? So you have it all here on this roll, and I can roll it out. I know I can start with the pieces that's already there, but I kind of want to start with the back because you see this Orthros logo I made, two-headed beast. I want to put it on top of this to see how embossed. Is it going to be embossed? Will you even notice it or not? I don't know. I guess I should just start with the panels that's already out there laid out, huh? I should. No, I need to start with an easy piece. So I'm going to start with the back. Whew. All right, here we go. So they came out on huge sheets. We went ahead and cut them, and I said a we because it does help to have another person with you. And we cut them and labeled them. I'm going to start this back. It does feel like the PPF is a little thinner than the last one I did, so that might be an advantage or a disadvantage. We'll find out. But you need two solutions. Your slip solution that'll help you move the PPF around, because you don't want it to stick when you lay it down. And that's just, you know, baby shampoo, Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo, and distilled water. And then you'll have your tack solution, which I keep red. This one's blue. Tack solution is just distilled water to remove all of the slip solution. And then that's it. But distilled water is a must. I'm using my slip solution to get it all over so it's nice and easy to apply. The more, the merrier. It's gonna make it a nice, easy application. It's dripping. And now we're gonna take this and I'm just gonna apply it. Oh, you know what? You wanna put it on your hands too. Look at that. Oh yeah. And it's really just to lay it down, and then she's gonna hold it. apply the tack solution to the end. Get the squeegee here, and it'll hold it. It'll hold it right there for you. And once you get the edges, you want to have slip spray all over it so you can easily move your squeegee all around it. Once again, don't you worry about it being messy. It's going to be messy. But it's just water and baby shampoo. So there that is. And now I'm just gonna hold it right here in the center. The sides aren't perfect, but it's very malleable. And look at that, all right? So once again, lots of slip solution so you don't leave streaks. But now it's gonna be held in this position. You can move the sides around and slide it over and get it in. So check that out. All right, so it's looking good. You can see a little bit of my logo, but I went ahead and removed this trim piece right here. It's easy, you just pop it off. It sounds like it's gonna break, it's not gonna break. And I know that some people have removed these bolts and removed this whole piece, but I think I can squeeze it in. So we'll see. If I have to do that, I'll do that. But I went down there and I cleaned it first, once again, because that's how it's gonna stick. And this is actually the hardest panel. I probably went from the easiest to the hardest. We'll see how it goes. All right, so next we're going with the rear door. You want to go ahead and roll the window all the way down and then remove this, the seal. Look at that, just pull it out, pull it back. That's it, just pull it back and remove it. You don't want to bend it, right? Hard to do with one hand, but these are the things I do for the people. And there it is, just pull it out, just like that. And set it somewhere. And again, now you want to clean, you can see this. You want to clean all that off. We are getting there. It's coming along. I'll let these edges dry out, have some fingers. I'm gonna let it dry out before I wrap it. So again, this part was hard because of this this part. You can't remove this part, right? So it made it a little harder, so I just fished it down, and I did end up removing these bolts, pull it out so I could slide it in between. But of course, it's the biggest part. Like everybody said, this is the hardest part, and I still have another one to do. And I got doors done. I'm about halfway there, so all right, keep it pushing. All right, rolling right along. This side was a little easier because the other side had the charge port cover, which, you know, you couldn't remove. So this side was easier. We got this door. Now we're gonna do the front door, and we're gonna remove this mirror, which is easy. Pull that up, remove those bolts, and just lift it out. 1, 2, 3, torque, T, I think 27, I can't remember, but T something. Remove this, lift it up. All right, once you get those 3 out, you can just lift it up like this and pull it out. But also there's down here, a little bit lower, you'll see about right here. This is the actual connection. So you'll pull that out, and it was kind of hard. I remember the first time I did this, I had my boy Sherwin helping me, and it was a doozy. Look at that. Yeah, all right. So right here, you see that? To separate it right here. I might not even separate it. I might just lift it up and move it out the way. I think, you know, just hold it up like this. And I think I'm trying to move it out the way like that. Getting close to the end. One strategy I use is I tack down one end. Then I get a nice seal in the middle. And then from here, up, 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 and down. Down. Up, up, and down. Take a look. We are down to the final piece right here. Hope it ain't too wild. Of course, I'm gonna remove this panel. That little fender flare, but woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, let's wrap it up. All right, getting very close to the end, and the part that's taking the most amount of time is tucking all over everywhere. And we're getting there though. My wife has told me without her, I would have been here way longer. I'd have been way more tired. And I could have broken this up into, consecutive days, 2 days, 3 days. But I want to do, I told you my Model 3, my Model Y took 19 hours over 2 days. And we're just going to try to finish this one tonight. And then, even after those 19 hours, I still had to, for days later, still find little bubbles that I was popping. So that's just a part of it. That's the nature of it. I'm not a professional yet, but it's coming along. It's coming along. She's doing her thing on that side. And yeah, the unveiling with the light bar, it looked like a cop car for real. And there it is, the final results of the DIY wrap. This color is called Secret Black. And it's kind of a mix between satin and matte, I would say. Not fully satin, not fully matte, but it has a different look, a little grayish, a little dark grayish, blackish. But anyway, it took me 19 hours from start to finish with prepping everything on my Model Y. On this one, it took us 12 hours. My wife, helping me out as well. From washing the car, doing all the prep work, 12 hours. And that's not including today. Actually, maybe add a couple hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, because today I did everything. We did everything the first day. And then the second day we came back and kind of tucked some spots. But it's not perfect once again. But we did a really good job, I think. I think it's noticeable if you, dig deep and look really closely at it. Then you might see some imperfections, but the hardest part by far was tucking everywhere. Some parts just, were really hard to get under. If I get a little closer, you can see it's really hard to get under some of these parts, right? And, we've been taking heat guns and just putting it in, and that does help once you heat it up. But, for $900, right? I mean, you can't beat that. $900 PPF. The PPF is thinner than like your typical thick PPF, but it helps it actually when you put it on. But I would say that a few things, there were additional tools that I had from wrapping my car previously that didn't come with their kit. So you might want to get a basic wrap kit online somewhere. Heat gun for show is going to help you. Some more tucking instruments, just little things that might come into play later, and that would be, your biggest help. Absolutely have a second person. And you see, in the sunlight, you can really see the bubbles that I'll end up coming back to pop, a little bit later. But I'm happy with what we did. It definitely gives it a different look, and especially for that price. You can't beat that price. Ignore the light bar at the top. That's coming in another video later. But honestly, it was easier than doing a Model Y by far. And some of that could be my experience, our experience doing it, but also these flat panels made it a whole lot easier. But tucking it was kind of hard behind like the stainless steel, because some parts were thinner than other parts, just the inconsistency of the steel. But I don't know, I like it. Not perfect once again, but really like the way it came out. Let's show you my embossed Orthros. Kind of hard to see, but there it is. Came out pretty nicely. But once again, thanks for watching, everyone. Definitely doable, 2-person job. And I don't know, tell me what you guys think. If you're a perfectionist, then yeah, pay somebody thousands and thousands of dollars to do it. If you want to dabble and start learning, $900 is a nice price point to try it out. But hey, yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. I recommend it if, oh, my hands are sore, right? I recommend it if you're a DIYer, but on a difficulty scale, I would say it's a 8. probably an 8, and that just, you know, was really raised because of the tucking. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget, Cobra told you. All right, y'all.